guys, this is Alyssa Beard with Coldwell Banker.
Maya Bruce here with Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage here in Colleyville, Texas.
And we are your
Millennial experts. Yes. Today we're sitting here with Katie Morales of Goosehead Insurance Agency. We're going to be asking her some frequently asked questions. So hi, Katie.
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Yes. Well, let's get started.
So, first question. Why do people need home insurance?
So people need home insurance because it is required by their loan. So whenever the lender loans you money for your house and you're closing, if anything happens to the house, the lender wants to make sure that the home is covered. So if a tornado comes through and wipes out the house, if there's not home insurance there to protect the property to get it rebuilt, then the lender's out, whatever the loan was for. So, and that's the main reason it's required, but it's also just really important for people to protect their assets.
Absolutely.
100% agree. Any asset you have.
Any asset protected. All right. And how can people save money with insurance?
So the best ways that we see people save the best amount of money or the most amount of money is to make sure they're getting their quote at least 2 weeks in advance.
Okay.
So this gives them the ability to get the early discount, which is usually about $300.
Okay.
So it's pretty good if
Definitely.
they come to us early before, but we can definitely get you a quote at any time. But that's the main way. And then also bundling your autos with your home. When you do that bundle, carriers like the most business that they can possibly get. So they're going to give you a nice discount.
Better discount.
Yeah.
Good.
And then you only have one agent that you have to talk to, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, instead of reaching to 3 different ones every time, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You have your kind of go-to agent, kind of how you have your go-to realtor and your go-to lender.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And then also just shopping with multiple companies, because you don't want to go with the first quote that you get. You want to make sure you've shopped around the market. And so when you use a broker like Goosehead, we shop you with over 20 different companies to make sure you're getting the best possible deal.
Okay, that makes sense. Rather than going with like a State Farm and you're only getting State Farms.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, great.
So, should people go with the lowest possible quote?
So this is a common misconception. People think, okay, I got 3 quotes. I'm just going to go with the lowest quote that I found. But they don't really look at the fine details of each particular quote. And so that's something Goosehead does, is we make sure we go line by line on the quote, making sure you're covered the best possible way. If you go with the lowest quote, you're potentially putting yourself at risk to not be properly covered. And then there's no point of insurance at that point if you're missing out on certain coverages. There's just different types of policies, and we make sure that people are protected. And the main thing that we see people think that it's not important to put on a policy, but we think it's very important, are water coverages. So there's actually 4 different kinds of water coverages.
I had no idea there was 4.
Yeah. So people are automatically covered for sudden accidental water. That's if a pipe was to burst in the wall, and every insurance company is going to cover that.
Okay.
But then there's 3 hidden ones that nobody really talks about, and people just assume that they're covered. So we always make sure to endorse these on the policy, and they're really not that much more expensive, but they're not going to be your lowest possible quote, because you need to make sure you're covered for these. If anything was to happen, you want to know that you have insurance there to come in and save you, and you're not thousands out of pocket. So the other 3, we talk you through and make sure you're properly protected. It's basically your foundation protection. If a pipe was to burst in your foundation, that's not going to be covered unless you put that on the policy.
Okay.
Same with water backup. If your toilets were to overflow, that's also a separate endorsement. And then also any water claims over 14 days are called slow leak or seepage. And so that is also an additional endorsement that people might, if they're traveling for long periods of time, they might want that on there.
They might, yeah.
So we always talk through every scenario with the client so they know here's their lifestyle. We want to make sure that we're covering them for everything if anything was to go wrong. And of course, flood insurance is separate from home insurance. And we do have flood insurance carriers as well to make sure people are protected there.
Awesome. Okay, and so why should people work with you, Katie Morales? What will you provide for our customers? Because,
I send she's very tall. You guys can't tell.
Okay,
but she is so tall.
Yes.
And it fits her so well.
She has the height to see over all the issues. Okay. yes. But really, though, so why Katie?
Yeah, so basically, we're going to customize your policy for you. We're going to go with you line by line down your coverage. You're going to know exactly what you're covered for, exactly what you're not covered for. And you can change anything that you want. We're going to say, does this sound like enough contents coverage? Is this how much clothing and furniture you have? And if you're like, that's not enough, then we will increase that. Or you say, that's too much, we'll decrease it. Whereas other companies, they might just say, here's your quote, and then you just kind of take it.
So you get to actually go through and customize, and you take the time to build your custom policy.
Yes, yeah. And basically, we just are shopping you with over 20 different companies to make sure you're getting the best deal. So that's why people like working with us, because they want to know they've gotten the best deal and that they're properly covered, which is the most important.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming,
thank
taking
you.
the time of her busy
course.
schedule, making sure everyone's covered because
Yes.
Katie holds it down for her clients. So, you guys, if you're going to be getting insurance, you'll definitely get to know Katie very soon. Well, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Any last things? Do you want to give your Instagram handle or your Facebook where they can find you?
Yeah, so we'll put all of that in the description
Yes,
box, so
okay,
you can
perfect.
easily click on it and reach out to me.
And again, you guys, if you like this video, please give it a like, give it a
Yes.
share.
Yes.
If you have questions, reach out.
Yeah.
If there's something that you want to learn about, any type of question, no stupid questions, reach out to us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, well, thank you so much, you guys. Have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you with the next video.
Woo!
Bye.